Aloha everybody, my name is Charles and I will be your guide for today's adventure, exploring the new coastline down the Kilauea Volcano Puna coast, going from Pohoiki up to Kapoho, and then we will fly into Leilani for a picture series that was taken of that as well. However, before we continue, everyone please give a big mahalo in the comments below and also hit that thumbs up button to show how much you appreciate Linda. If it wasn't for her, we would not have been able to have this adventure so soon. Now that we're all safely aboard and fastened into our safety restraints, please get comfortable. We'll be departing Hilo Airport here in just a moment, and we'll be heading down to Pohoiki. Ladies and gentlemen, we have departed Hilo Airport. Our current flight path will be taking us down the eastern coastline of the Big Island, heading towards Pohoiki. Now for just a couple friendly reminders. Airsick bags are located here and here in the center consoles. If you believe that you are going to become airsick, please grab one of the bags immediately and use it as needed. When done, please roll the top down nice and tight and hold on to it. Please do not let it go. If you set it down or let it go, the rotor wash from the blades could sweep it out of the aircraft and into the rotors, and that would not make for a very pleasant experience. And finally, if you have any questions, please raise your hand and I will try to address them as soon as possible. However, for faster service, please leave them in the comment section below after the tour has been completed. Looking outside the left of the aircraft, you see we have an isolated rainstorm occurring not too far away, and there seems to be a few more isolated showers ahead of us. However, I have been assured by the pilot that there is no need for concern, that the weather at our destination is absolutely beautiful. And finally, one little side note. We will be traveling at about 1,000 feet above ground level, and it can be very chilly up here. So if you become cold, please remember that you had the opportunity prior to boarding the flight to dress appropriately for this adventure. Now I will sit back and let y'all enjoy the next few moments as we fly to our destination to enjoy the beautiful ocean views. Now, if everyone would please direct their attention outside the left side of the aircraft, what we're looking at here is the southernmost lava flow that was to reach the ocean. This is actually just north of McKenzie State Park, and it also cut off the highway going north to Pohoiki. The gray line you see across the flow is actually a temporary access road that has been installed from the Hawaii County in order to reopen access to the Pohoiki area. Coming up in front of us is the Hale Park and the Pohoiki boat ramp, and as you can see, the extensive black sand beach that has formed, which actually cuts off the boat ramp from the ocean access. Coming into view now is the brand new Puna coastline from Kapoho down to Pohoiki. This is the lava that was mostly emitted from the Fissure 8 system and ultimately resurfaced and reshaped this particular part of the island. Coming into view is a completely new feature for the Big Island. It is a set of black sand beaches, including rocky outcrops scattered down the coastline. As we fly northward up the coastline towards Kapoho, I ask everybody to keep in mind that all that you're looking at here was once a lush green in color, full of vegetation. If you've been paying attention to the coastline as we've been flying towards Kapoho, I'm sure you have noticed numerous black sand beaches. All these features are new and were not here prior to the eruption. I myself truly look forward to one day, hopefully in the near future, to be able to explore these locations. If you look quickly there at the top center of the doorway of the aircraft, you see that black patch of lava within the lighter color. That is actually the lava channel feed that was emptying out into the ocean from Fissure 8. I am truly astonished with the absolute number of black sand beaches that are now lining the Puna coast. The area we're looking at now is pretty much all brand new land that was not there prior to the eruption. This is the lava field that ultimately filled in Kapoho Bay, which we are approaching, which extended quite a distance back away from what we're seeing now as the current edge of the island. And again, another beautiful black sand beach just waiting to be explored. Coming into view on the right, we see there the landmark, which is called the light, which I refer to as the lighthouse, and that is the area that actually was not impacted by this particular lava flow. However, it did go up into the area that was used for recreation, taking out Champagne Pond along with Kapoho Bay and the surrounding residential areas. And if you look there in the water, we have that little rocky island. That is the new island that formed during the eruption. It used to be quite larger and actually had a small land bridge connecting it to the mainland at one point. But as we can see, it seems to have shrunk and is beginning to erode. It probably will not last. Now we've pretty much reached the northern edge of the lava flows from Fissure 8, and what we're looking at here actually is pretty much that edge line. Everything to the right and currently in view at the lighthouse is actually from the 1960 eruption of Kapoho, which followed the Kilauea eruption up at the summit in 1959. Now as the aircraft swings around, we're going to get a beautiful view of the entire new coastline from Kapoho all the way down to Pohoiki. In the beginning of our adventure, I promised you that after our tour of the coastline that we would head inward to Leilani for a photo series. However, we are out of time. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to issue everyone a rain check for a secondary adventure. With that said, we're going to head back to Hilo Airport. We have now arrived at Hilo Airport, and as you can see, it has been raining. The tarmac is wet, so please remember to watch your step when exiting the aircraft. Please also be sure to double check prior to exiting the aircraft for any personal belongings that you may have left behind. Any items that are left behind will not be returnable as they become the property of Mr. Mongoose. And finally, thank you for flying with us. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to show your appreciation and tip your guide, you can do so by hitting that thumbs up button and leaving a comment below. Thank you again, and you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening.